Hey guys, continue our Comic-Con trailer reactions. We have the big one, Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Sequel. Sadly, obviously, Chadwick Boseman is no longer with us. So how are they going to make this movie be as awesome as it can be? Let's find out together, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go.
I think if they had more rhinos at the end.
More
Oh my
rhinos?
god.
Oh no, this song I got to. I'm gonna pause all audio on this. You can watch the original trailer, but it is a nice, touching song.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely showing the effects. Looks like a funeral celebration. Shuri in mourning. Um, Good friends we've lost is the song. Got our warriors. Okay. The ocean.
Lots of ocean.
Lots of crying. Wood. I'm going to squat in the water and make a Namor. They're like underwater Mayans.
That's where they went.
What the hell? They were riding whales. Whales, get off me! Okay, yeah, we are doing Way of the Water thing here. What is this, U.S. military or mercenaries? Let's see, Namor striking back against colonialism, kind of looks like. My entire family is gone, she just said.
Does she not have a daughter?
Yeah, what about Shuri? Ironheart.
M'Baku.
Blue warriors in blue. So that's what he looks like. Looks like underwater Mayans or Aztecs. There's Black Panther. I guess the new Black Panther. I've got to pause it when we do our analysis here. Wakanda Forever. November. All right, gentlemen. What do you think about this film without T'Challa?
Without T'Challa, it's still going to be badass. It looks pretty badass. There's a lot of action, and we get some Namor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, like you said, they don't mess him up.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are really expecting him to be, this kind of dickhead. He's a self-serving dickhead. So sometimes his motivations align with the good guys, and sometimes he's like, you know what, fuck you. I'm gonna fuck your shit up. And so.
Yeah, I was reading that Namor is one of the first Marvel characters ever, so it's kind of a cool thing that he's showing up in Marvel. But for me, downvote the video if you want. I always thought Namor was kind of lame. Just the way he looks and the wings on his feet. Because sometimes it's gills, sometimes it's wings.
Well, maybe they made him cooler this time.
And, and it's actually, that's an Aquaman ripoff. No, actually, Aquaman is a Namor ripoff because Namor came first. But I don't know. I do think that Marvel does the best job they can to make them fucking badass. And apparently, something I didn't know is that the Atlanteans here have a lot of bad blood and history with Wakanda. They were constantly in different wars. And at one point, Namor even flooded Wakanda in the comics. So I think that's what we see here, where because T'Challa is, gone, all of these factions are now trying to take advantage of that power vacuum in Wakanda. There might even be several factions within Wakanda itself that is vying for power. So it's a time of mourning. It's a time of confusion and disorganization, and a time where somebody like Namor can come in and say, hey, you've been fucking with this the whole time. Well, I'm gonna beat your ass. And then I love this guy, man. I kind of wanted M'Baku. I kind of wanted to see him as the next Black Panther. Maybe we could see. So there's lots of options for what we see here. The money shot. Well, there's Namor. I love how he looks really, I guess, what you would call is in the comics they always make like Aquaman and all the water guys like
Surf
you know
dudes,
surf
California
dudes,
guys.
blonde or just generic. I love how they're taking the culture and the different cultures and mixing them together. He looks kind of Mexican,
Mayan Aztec, yeah.
island Aztecian. So that is a really interesting redesign for the Atlanteans, and I'm excited to see that. But the money shot, where was that shit? There it is. Who the fuck is Black Panther?
See, I don't trust this at all because
No.
Marvel loves to make fakes of these. Remember, like they did with Spider-Man, where they like take them out.
I remember Hulk running, and that wasn't in the film.
Yeah,
one
people
time.
who are. I know there's 100 videos right now. It's like, well, if you look at the butt and the thighs and the size of the calves, M'Baku can't be there. But
Right,
I think,
it's not M'Baku, and it doesn't look like Shuri because Shuri's so fucking skinny,
Yeah,
right?
but it could-
her this wrist does look like Shuri, but the ass, maybe she got the ass of a man.
I think this
that's
is
a man's ass.
I think it's a CG ass, and I don't think that's a real human
Okay.
being. And I think
That's
this
a
is
fake out
I think this
ass.
is a fake out.
Ah.
I just
gotta
don't think
be.
that they would ever, if they're trying to set up who's going to be the next Black Panther, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Like, Disney is not that stupid. Evil, but not stupid, and I don't believe this.
I think it was a great trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would be excited about this film at all. Like it's like if T'Challa's not there, I don't care. I don't want to watch it. I definitely don't want to watch a Shuri movie. You know what I mean? Yeah, she was funny in the last film, but like I don't really, I
She's a
was not
supporting
really
character.
that interested in her. And I was like, and there was even talk of her taking over while T'Challa was alive, because in the comics, Shuri does eventually become a Black Panther. And so honestly, it's Shuri. I'm just going to ruin everybody's day and say it's Shuri, or maybe brighten your day because you want Shuri to be it. I think Shuri at some point has to be Black Panther in this film. I think, it matches with the comics that she takes over after T'Challa. But it doesn't mean that she has to be it the whole time, because why did the mother say, I have no more children left? So does Shuri die in this film? Does she take over as Black Panther and then immediately die, and then we need another Black Panther to take over? I don't know.
Do you think he kills Shuri off, and that's why the mother said that? There's no way.
Shit,
she
I
was-
don't
no
know.
way.
What
It's-
is she talking about? I got no children
Yeah,
left. What
maybe
about Shuri?
Namor does like go up, and he's like, you know what, fuck you. I'm gonna actually.
Oh, it's a fake out death where she thinks that Shuri's
Shuri's
dead,
dead or
but
something
no,
like that.
she's all over off there, maybe making artificial flowers, the panther, because all that the previous
Real burnt.
the previous flowers were all burned.
Yeah.
So she's gonna need to find a way to event, and the look in her is she's mourning, but then she's like she wants to
Vengeance.
honor his memory. Yeah, exactly. And what happened? That's the question. Last we saw T'Challa, wasn't he zapped away by the
Yeah, he comes back.
blip, and then he comes back. So how did he die? We have to know.
Yeah, they'll explain.
That's
how that is, yeah.
that's gonna be a very important explanation. But I think the reason why this film is even more interesting is the real life event of Chadwick Boseman passing away, and then the MCU having to redirect and factor that in. And it looks like they're doing it in a respectful and meaningful way. And you've got the returning director Ryan Coogler, who is doing wonderful with the property. Like I never thought that I'd care this much, but let's see. It's like a lot of the women left, the queen, because I mean we just had a big war essentially. All the male warriors were out there and female warriors were out there, but it's a kingdom that is depleted from a lot of battles. So that to me is an interesting storyline. Now, I don't know about generic fucking mercenary assholes. Hopefully they just get their asses beat by, I don't know, Namor's forces or Wakanda. But they're definitely after something. It looks like they're forcing Wakandans to give up their technology, right? Because that makes sense. Because, yeah, if Wakanda's vulnerable, people are gonna want to pick them apart. And
Disney's done a really shitty job lately with generic government and generic
Yep.
mercenaries and generic other things. So I want to see these generic bad guys not be awful, not like cartoon villains. And I also want to see if a really strong final fight third act that's not a bunch of two shitty rhinos running around
Yeah.
fighting 10 people. Like, that is something that they can really correct from the and being able to see the final fight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, as much as I love the first one, and I still do, it's just like
That final
I want to see
fight.
that you learn from it. Now we've got the budget. You made $1 billion. Let me show me that you're spending that money with.
Yeah, and honestly, I would love to see her as Black Panther instead of Shuri. But I don't know. I don't know if in the comics that character takes at some point becomes Black Panther. I don't know if it happens. If it doesn't, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, his memory, just like the memory within the Marvel universe of Iron Man, is hanging over, say, Spider-Man films and really the entire MCU. Now T'Challa is going to hang over this film, and then hopefully it will extend into other films as well, and not just within Wakanda, because that's a big loss for the MCU. And the Queen herself making impassioned speeches, I'm really looking forward to. And then here, I guess the Atlanteans are all blue, which is definitely taking from the comics, and they all have oxygen masks on so that they can breathe in the oxygen from outside their element. And we got the returning agent. It's good to see him. I wonder how much he'll factor in. Probably just a smaller cameo since there's so much.
There's a lot.
So much to get done. He's gonna be like realizing that Wakanda's under assault from all sides and maybe get some help. And yeah, this looks like an invasion. It looks like the Atlanteans are invading Wakanda. And I can't skip this because this is Ironheart, which she's getting her own series. Basically, she's super genius and kind of puts together some armor based on Tony Stark's designs, even using some of Tony Stark's pieces. So that should be interesting. And they're going to debut her in this film. Sort of like Miss Marvel has a lot of the other little characters from the Disney Plus. This Wakanda Forever actually has one Disney Plus television series character in Ironheart. Yeah, and then I saw some of the warriors. Like, it looks like they're fighting each other. This is super interesting too, because she's in blue versus all the other girls who are in red and some guys in green. So maybe she's one of those factions within there that's like kind of causing a rebellion or something. And Wakanda's just fractured all across. This is crazy. I thought this was an excellent trailer. Really gets me excited for it. And now I'm totally in. November. I'm curious to see where they go with it. And honestly, it's going to be sad either way because I want T'Challa. You know what I mean? It's like, God damn, right? So, acceptable Black Panthers for me is Shuri. Even before that actress got all controversial with like the, pandemic stuff, like I didn't even care about that. I just didn't even really want to see Shuri as Black Panther yet. I wanted more T'Challa. I was even considering if somebody were to replace her, I would rather have, what's the guy? Umbak or even Killmonger, because in the comics, Killmonger comes back, like they could raise him from the dead. And Michael B. Jordan put in one of the best performances in the last film, and I would love to see him kind of carry that mantle forward. And then there's the other sister, Nakia. I would love to see Nakia.
Shuri's a supporting character.
Shuri's the most boring choice, but she's gonna get it.
She's the Q of the James Bond film, right? She's the brains. She's undoubtedly a super genius, brilliant, but I don't see her as like going around punching people and clawing people.
Right.
I see her fixing massive issues that they have, and so they have not presented her in a way where I think she should be putting on the costume, but who knows?
And then here you got, I almost missed this, the flooding of Wakanda. So they definitely attack. Namor definitely attacks. And I think at this point they're going to show Namor and his forces so powerful that Namor wins, and they're going to have to find a way to convince him to stop his attack. Because I'm not sure... Can Wakanda, or unless Wakanda comes together at the last moment with their new Black Panther to push him out. Maybe that's one possibility as well. So, anyways, that's it. Excellent trailer. Looking forward to it, and this could be the shot where they start pushing, turning things around. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Got many more coming for you, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.